Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and we are facing away from the camera again because I figured out how to turn my stand to look down. But we are here with a blush declutter and my janky nails, please forgive that. But as I mentioned in my highlight and bronzer declutter, this is not going to be one of those hardcore declutters. I hope my camera will remember to stay in focus. But I'm not going in with a certain number of things I want to declutter or anything like that. I might have an idea for how much room I want to have my blushes take up. I really hope my camera stops that. But even if I don't necessarily make that, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to start decluttering things I like just to hit a certain goal, because I think that ends up leading to people going off and buying the same things once they get off camera, or keeping them. So we're just not going to do that. So first we're going to do palettes, because I do have a couple of blush palettes, more than a couple really. Then I'm going to hit some that I have depotted in Z palettes, and then we're going to go into like my singles. So here we go. Now first off, this video hasn't gone up yet as of me filming this video, but in my latest makeup basket I tried this for the month of February, and I wound up just not being super impressive enough for me to feel it's worth keeping. This is the Tarte Pinup Girl palette. It was December of 2014's kind of holiday blush palette. I have all of these colors. They are pretty, but the Tarte formula is admittedly not one of my favorites. I think the minis are better than the full sizes. Next honestly is actually a cream blush palette. I don't know why the packaging looks like this, but this is the Makeup Revolution blush palette in melts. Now, I'm just gonna test it real quick. Yeah, it's still creamy, but I am planning on keeping this. I do like this formula. I tried to pan this blush once, but these are really, really deep. And they're, as I can vouch for you right here, really, really pigmented. I do have a video review on this that I can link for you that actually has like a weirdly high amount of views. But yeah, that is staying. This is the Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless palette that I believe I'm going to keep. Let's swatch them. I'm not necessarily going to swatch everything. I'm just feeling swatchy right now. They are a bit light. Can you see that? Yeah. But I'm pale, so light is fine with me, and I did like them when I used them, so like I said, I'm going to keep it. Nope, wrong pile. Honestly, I think all of these palettes, other than the Tarte one, I'm probably going to keep. This is the In the Balm of Your Hand #1 palette, or volume 1. I count this as a blush palette because that's primarily what I use it for, and it does have 3 blushes up here. A bronzer that I use as a crease color because I don't like Bahama Mama on me, and a highlight plus 4 eyeshadows, so that is staying. It has Hot Mama, Instain, and Cabana Boy. And oh, it actually just has a cream blush as well in one of the apple shades. What is it called? How About Dim Apples is the shade, and this is actually the shade Caramel, which I do like the formula, and if I didn't have the Makeup Revolution palette, I would consider purchasing it, because I like cream blushes, and you're going to see that later, that I actually really do like cream blushes. I have a lot, and I use them. Next is the Gwen Stefani palette. I showed this in my highlight declutter as well, because it does have a highlight in it, although I think the highlight is a little dark for me. But it has the shades Cherry, Easy, Hush, and DC. Now, a girl I know on YouTube actually panned this, or has been panning it on and off. Like, she's finished the bronzer, and I think she's finished one of the blush shades so far. So I'm tempted to actually pan this. But I do like it, and that's why I hold on to it. But I'm also tempted to pan it because it appears, as far as a blush palette is concerned, it would be fairly easy to pan. But it's staying. One that is definitely staying is the Too Faced Love Flush palette. I had this in a somewhat recent, what's it called? Makeup basket. But it's just mini sizes of their blush line. Sorry that my camera's going in and out. I think it's just not used to being pointed down. and not having a ton to focus on. But I like them, I'll keep them. This is another one that could possibly be panned in the future because I've seen people pan it online and it was not awful, I will say. Like, these are pretty darn pigmented. And I have these two. So this was also in my highlight declutter and bronzer declutter. I want to see if I have any other shades like this because while I like the highlight, I just want to check and see if I have a lot of dupes of this shade. I would actually probably get rid of the dupes over this because, like I said, I really like the highlight and I actually really like the bronzer. It was surprisingly not ridiculously shimmery on me. And we have this sleek palette. It is Take a Cheeky Peek. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm actually gonna let this palette go because I will never use that. And these two are nice, but they're not necessarily what I gravitate towards. And honestly, I have what is basically the shimmery version of this shade right here over here. So I actually am decluttering a blush palette. And I do have one face palette over here. It's from e.l.f. This is the Total Face palette. The camera is hating it right now, and I'm dropping it. This is staying. I love this. I want to pan. This is another thing that I want to pan one day, just because I know I would love it. But it has a peach blush, a more pinky blush, a highlight, and a bronzer that all work really well for my ridiculously pale skin. This will probably not work if you are more than, say, maybe medium, but if you can wear it, it's really nice. Next, we're gonna go into Z palettes, because I have a couple of them that have blushes spread out, and I would like to kind of put them all into one thing. But this is actually a Makeup Forever Z palette, and I really like them. This is the only one that I have, but I would totally buy more if I need them. And as you can see, I have a bunch of blushes in this one, and I'm probably going to get rid of most of them because I don't. Well, maybe I'm probably going to get rid of half of them now that I'm looking at them. This is a blush I tried to pan and it went horribly, but it is, well, I don't remember the name of it exactly. My friend Hannah gave it to me. It's really pigmented. It's really pretty. It's staying. I forgot I had this. This is supposed to be a Ofra highlight. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of that. It's a highlight, but I have a lot of shades that are similar to that, so we'll just set that to the side. Oh, and a bronzer that I don't like. I actually don't like the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Oh, it's stuck. It goes muddy on me. See, this is what happens when you have a lot of stuff in different palettes, is that you forget you have things, but yeah. So that, I don't really like how that looks on me, so I'm not going to keep it. But the blushes in here that I'm going to get rid of are this Physicians Formula blush that I just never use, and these two older Wet n Wild blushes. One of them is Mellow Wine, and I think I might have to insert the name of this one because I don't remember it, but they're the old formula. I never used them. I kind of want to get the new ones, but I was like, oh, if I want to get the new ones, I should probably pan the old ones. Well, I don't want to. And Mellow Wine I bought when it was being discontinued, so I didn't spend a lot of money on it, and they're cheap, so I'm just going to get rid of them. Like these depotted ones, I might see if like my sister wants them or somebody like that, but otherwise they'll probably just honestly get thrown out. Because if they were in cases, it'd be one thing, but I depotted them. Now these two I'm going to keep because I do like them, but this is the Physicians Formula blush in, it's their Arganwear blush. That is really pretty. And I know that these did not work for everybody. They are the butter blushes. This is the plum one, but this looks really nice on me, and maybe it's just because I'm stupidly pale that it works, but you know, it does. So we're going to keep that. But that did actually clear out a lot of room in there. That is the one thing about the Makeup Forever ones, is that if you move stuff around, you have to grab the foam thing before you can shut it. The next one I have is this. If you remember from my highlight and bronzer declutter, I kept the Physicians Formula Contour Trio, but I did wind up depotting them. I'm keeping everything in here, but I'll show you what they are. This is the Sexy Booster Blush from Physicians Formula. This is a Douce blush in orange something or other that I do like. And I have a mini of Frat Boy and the beach one, like this little kind of bronzy, rosy bronzy color that I like. But I tried to pan these last year. I got pretty far on the Frat Boy, not as much on the beach one. I still want to pan them, so I'm definitely going to be hanging on to those. This is more just to show that I have them than to get rid of them, but this is the Physicians Formula Nude Wear Blush that I'm currently panning, and it has definitely seen some better days. And this is an Ophir blush that I got with this palette. I bought this from a friend of mine. Well, this was in the February BoxyCharm, but she sent me the blush too, and I just haven't tried it yet, so I don't really know what I think about it. So that might go in a future declutter, but for now it's staying. Now, before I get into, you know, the full-on singles, these are in my current makeup basket. This is the MAC one that I'm trying to hit pan on. It's staying. This is the old formula of the Flower Beauty blushes that I'm trying to pan, and it's staying because I don't mind it, but this is so much deeper than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be easy to pan, and it's not. So it's staying, but it's getting on my nerves. I do have a Tarte Mini in the birthday gift one last year, Party with like 3 A's. I actually haven't tried it yet, but like I said, I do like the formula of the minis better than the full sizes. So for now, it's staying. I'm gonna try it out. And I got this in my BoxyCharm in March, and I have been liking it so far. This is Pretty Vulgar's Make Them Blush in Hush Blush. So that is staying. This might get depotted in the future though, because while the packaging is cute, it is really bulky. So we shall see. Okay, so this is the first like full set of stuff, but I'm just gonna pull out like 9 at a time so it doesn't get, you know, too confusing or anything. Some of these I have not tried yet, so they're probably not going to go anywhere, but I figured I would at least, you know, show them. Okay. I'll start up at the top. This is a Jordana blush in Blushing Rose. These are like a nice formula. That is it right there. But I know I have a lot of colors like this, and I don't love the twist top formula, so I'm going to declutter that. Next is the Studio Makeup line in a luminous loose blush. I don't know if it has a name. It doesn't seem to say one anywhere. I'm not overly fond of loose products, and there are a couple of exceptions out there, or colors that I make exceptions for. I do like that this actually locks so that it doesn't get everywhere. I know I have some of those shades in other formulas that I'm willing to deal with, so I think I will declutter that. And then I will clean up the loose powder. That's why I don't want to deal with it. Let's see. I have all 3 of my Maybelline Master Highlight blushes here, and they were more than likely not going anywhere. Let's see, this one is Coral. This is probably the one, no, I know which one I've used the most. But honestly, that's a little bit lighter than the loose powder one, but I'm still far more likely to use it, so it's definitely staying. Here we have more loose blush on my hand. Here we have the shade Deep Bronze. And while you would think I would use that as a bronzer, oh hey, look. Another orangey blush, but I have used that as a blush and I do like it. And finally, the one that I've owned the longest, so I know I've used the most, this is Pink Rose. That is also really pretty. It's light, but it works on me, so yeah, it's staying. I should not swatch everything. I'm gonna be here all day. By that I mean all night, because I'm filming at night. Here is an Essence Like an Unforgettable Kiss blush duo. My friend Hannah sent me this in our makeup swap. I say I shouldn't swatch everything, and I keep swatching things. I'm actually going to pass this on because both of these are really not very pigmented. I'm sure the swatchy passed it to me. So that's going out. I got this in my friend Stephanie's giveaway. I have not tried it yet, so it's definitely staying. Here we have an Estee Lauder Blush All Day Natural Cheek Color in Raspberry. This is just a mini size. I hate dealing with this packaging, so I'm actually going to declutter that. And this I just got from Hannah, so it's definitely not going anywhere. This is a Models Prefer Mineral Blush in Autumn Calling. And if I can open it, I'll show it to you. There it is, right there. So that's 3 out of that section of 9. That's not bad. Okay, next set. Right, so we have the Burt's Bees blush. This is one of the better things in the line. I have the shade Bare Peach. I don't know, should I hang on to that? I've been swatching a lot of peachy orangey blushes, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Let me check something. Okay, I'm back. So I grabbed a bunch of these kind of peachy orangey blushes, and this one, my light is kind of whiting it out, but looks a lot like another one in my stack, which is this Ulta Blush Duo Apricot Blush Yellow Highlight that I know I really like. So I'm actually going to get rid of this, which I didn't think I would, but you know. For a color that I don't wear a absolute ton, I don't need that many of them. Let's see, we have 2 Tarte blushes. Like I said, I do like these minis. This one is in Feisty. I got this from Ipsy. Huh, what do you know? Another darker peachy blush. And this one is in Classic. A friend of mine sent me this, and I've definitely put a hurtin' on it because I've gotten rid of some of the embossing. Another peachy blush. I have a lot of these. Honestly, I think I'll get rid of Feisty because that is a bit darker than I would normally wear, but I'm going to keep the Classic. We have a Bella Pierre blush, loose blush in Autumn Glow, and this one doesn't have a lock on it, which means I'm even less likely to keep it. This looks a lot like one of the Maybelline blushes, actually, so I will pass that along. We have another Jordana blush. This is in Apple Cheeks. I have to go very lightly with this because, as you can see, it is super freaking pigmented. I don't have a lot of colors like this though. I know I don't, so I'm going to keep it, even though I really don't like this twist packaging. I'm so picky, I know. I have a Cargo blush in Los Cabos. If I can get it open. This is not another orange, if you can see that. I need to make a note to wear that more often. That's really pretty. Maybe in the summer. It is a water-resistant blush. Not that I'm going swimming in my blushes. Here's a Clinique Cheek Pop in Peach Pop. I wonder what this color is gonna be. Look at that, another orangey, peachy blush. I do really like these though, so I'm keeping it. Here's my other mini of Frat Boy. I'm not keeping this, but I do need to sanitize it. But I'm not keeping it. Finally, I have this Dirty Little Secrets blush in Kitty Pink. That is not pink, that is orange. How did I end up with so many orange blushes? I'm actually gonna let this go because I already have every freaking shade of orange I could ever want. So let's see, how many did we decluttered a lot out of that one. We decluttered 5 out of 9 actually. So next batch.